Good afternoon, my name is Swill and I'm an ex-railway boilermaker, and I've come here today to show you a few old tricks that I learned when there was no tools around, places like Alice Springs and Darwin. So we'll proceed up to the workshop and I'll give you a few hints. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. Now, these days we handed all the tools on a silver platter. Years ago, if you wanted to cut 1/8 plate, you had to have a oxy torch, no grinders them days. So we used to have an offset vise. Unfortunately, this is not an offset vise, so I've improvised with an angle. So what we used to do to cut our material, we had a chisel and a hammer, and we would now I've cut 1/8 plate in here quite readily, which you couldn't cut with a tin snip. But this one isn't, this is a bit less than 1/8, but what's this then, a pig's arse maybe? Anyway, follow me, I've got another little stage here to do. Now I'm going to bend this radius, half a diameter, and this is how you bend. You can bend anything like this, anything you want. So here we go, bit by bit. Always put lines on it, feed it in slowly, and take it out and do the other end. Then you make do, you take another makeshift idea. You put that in there. Take your template, have a look, getting close. Mainly guesswork this, it's trial and error. Bit more. This is 332 plate, probably a little bit hard to cut with a tin snip. There we go. Now I'm going to put a 1 3/4 pipe in here without a hole saw. So I mark that out. And what I do, I centre pop it so you don't use the line. You won't lose it this way. A few centre pops in there. And you take your French chalk and you colour it in. And this will save a lot of money. Hole saws don't come cheap. If you've got to cut through 1/4 plate, it's nearly impossible. So I've done a lot of work without an oxy, without a grinder, without a drill. It hasn't been very costly. And most of the old farms and stations, they did have a welder. And every hole we done with a welder. So what you do, you take an electrode, you dip it in water. And put your hands up very high on the welder. And then you put gloves on. You have a beer while you're at it. Then we'll blow that hole. you're ever stuck with a long electrode and you can't manoeuvre it, there's too much leverage there, cut it in half or a quarter. And you've got half an electrode. With a half an electrode you can manoeuvre it easy. So keep that in mind. Very easily done. I forged on the little hanger line there. They can go on there. And then I've got a lid for that. And also that one here, I've protruded it through. So if you ever want to put a boss or a socket into anything, any cylinder, you can blow it with a arc. If there's a big gap, you can put a wire around it. But if you've got young bloke and you've got good vision, you can cut it quite accurate. There you go. Now, what we've just done, I showed you what you can do with just an electrode. And that can be refined. That was gel, it was a bit harder, but if you use 1/8 plate and a nice offset vise and a sharp chisel, you can get great accuracy. And no need for a hole saw. The welder itself will blow quite an accurate hole. Well, thank you for watching. If you need any more info, just contact me. Thank you. For more contents, like and subscribe.